You're here because you know something. What you know you can't explain, but you feel it. You felt it your entire life, that there's something wrong with the world. You don't know what it is, but it's there. This is your last chance. After this, there is no turning back. You take the blue pill, the story ends. You wake up in your bed and believe whatever you want to believe. You take the red pill, you stay in Wonderland, and I show you how deep the rabbit hole goes.
All right, guys. So if we have unemployment claims, lower than expected, obviously I'm expecting some sort of pullback in the markets here. Let's look at what Dixie's looking to do, though. Yeah, Dixie mitigates here. Internal mitigation here. Brutally honest on next time. Yeah, broke out of the Asian range. I'm looking for buys on SPX. SPX is probably going to break of the Asian range here to the upside, breaking all type of external structure, pulling back. You have the news reports today. Unemployment claims 1.191. Yeah, so Dixie dropping. I would look for some sort of buys here. I'm looking for a pullback, guys, on SPX. Looking for an extension to the upside here, back to the Asian range. Okay, why am I looking for this? Super simple, right? I am trading with number one, structure. Okay, number two, news. Number three, what is he doing? This institutional candle here I'm looking for to mitigate. Or timing, I'm looking at 10 a.m. So I'm looking at where price is going to be at 9:30, 10 a.m. At 10 a.m. I'm going to execute right here. I'm looking at this indecisional area, or I would say most importantly this order block here. But I'm looking for buys with SPX today. Specifically around this zone here. This 15-minute candle. Now we might actually go. Give me 1 second, guys. Yeah, so I'm looking at this indecisional candle right here, and then I'm also going to go into the lower time frame. If I see price wick, I'm going to look at this internal buy right here into that second. But I'm going to execute at 10 a.m. guys. So I'm waiting until 10 a.m. but this is my buying zone here for 10 a.m. Gonna look for a small extension to the upside here, probably some salt. This is what I'm looking at. Super tight stop, nothing crazy. Very simple. Break of the range. Extension here. This is gonna be a 1/6 trade. This is what I'm looking at. Okay. Now, what might happen is price. This is two things that could happen. The first thing that'll happen around 10 a.m., you'll see the wicks happen at 9:45, 9:55. You just want to see how price closes and how price reacts at 9:50, 10 a.m., and then 10:05, 10:15. So look at price around those areas. You'll either see the mitigation here on the smaller time frame under the 1 minute, or the mitigation here. But where price is at 10 a.m., you just want to look at where the wicks are and where price is respecting. As long as price doesn't close below this zone here, and as long as price doesn't close below at least the 1 hour or 4 hour, we're looking at like long-term external structure and it wicks, then we're good to go. Like if we just see a wick of price structure here but no close on the 1 hour, we're good to go. You're going to want to stack up price. You're going to want to stack up, and then even here as well, like as long as there's no close below this here, we're looking at higher highs here for SPX. This is what I'm looking at. I'm going to do a quick stream here, guys. It's going to be very, very quick. We're not going to be like going anything crazy. Like I'm just looking at that right now. And then SPX futures, kind of a similar model here. I am a little, the one thing that is kind of worrying me just a little bit is external structure, is the mitigation of this candle right here. I am a little worried about that, but I'm looking at a break at the Asian range. We're going to look for a quick scalp here. So once we're in profit, break even as quickly as possible. I'm still swinging gold right now. Let's go back to gold. I'm just going to check the VIX real quick. Yeah, so the VIX looks like it's actually moving downward. So I mean, if we're still in this downtrend here with VIX, SPX is not, unless we see some type of break to the upside with the VIX, SPX is not going to pull back here. Unless we see that today, I'm not looking at any type of pull down. The gold volatility too, for at least right now, looks like it's kind of just hanging out here. But we do have gaps to fill here, here, and also here on higher structure. So let's look at what's happening with gold right now. Yeah, so gold right here from the buys from, I think it was Tuesday, I called this out. I'm still in buys for gold. What am I doing with gold today? Let's look at this here. Gold is an order flow. So gold is a very easy trade. So from our original buys right now, we're up from this zone here about 20,000 pips or points. What I'm looking for here right now is this structural zone. Let's go look on the daily here. It's mitigating this specific candle. This specific candle right here has been mitigated from the daily, and also we haven't broken this candle right here on the 4 hour. This is the candle right here that I've been looking at for a really long time, and since this candle here, let's look at this structure. We've had this complex pullback. You see that? I'm gonna showcase this to you guys. You see this complex pullback here? Almost like a little bit of order flow, right? It's just a bullshit complex pullback, which for me, I don't really like, but it is what it is, right? So obviously what I'm looking for now is, since we've had this small little break here on the 4 hour, I'm looking for an extension to the upside here. Even with this small impulse move on the 4 hour, the first wave, I'm looking for an extension at least to, okay, the mitigation area and these highs over here. Long term, I'm still predicting this to go to 43.23. ETFs with gold right now are actually moving to highs, and you're looking at seasonality. So with seasonality, it favors this. Okay, why I'm showing case, let me actually break this down for you guys here so you have an idea. Okay, I'm still very, very much bullish on gold here. Right now, inflows for gold are still at lows. And look at ETFs right now. We're still in this uptrend here. You might see a small pullback here, but usually ETF flows on a yearly basis every single December are very low until we run till highs here. So nowhere near. January has the biggest run. So I'm preparing for positions in all of January. Gold usually closes at highs in December. So let me look at this right now. Where am I going to call the buy? We're still in buys here. I'm still in buys from this zone and still in buys from this zone. Where am I going to call the other buy here? Okay, if price comes back down here, I would look for another probably stack another buy here on the 15-minute. I'd wait at 10 a.m. though. Wait for 10 a.m. price. Don't wait now. 10 a.m. might actually create a little small reversal here. So check 9:45, 9:55, 10 a.m., 10:05, and 10:15, please. All right, let's look at GU real quick. Actually, let's look at USD CAD. What I'm looking for NAS right now is a buy. So yeah, NAS is pulling back, so is SPX. Perfect. Yep, there we go. Okay, cool. So SPX is a buy right now. Hit the zone, 45-minute candle, and then same thing with NAS right now. Buy, break of the Asian range, retracement here. This is what we're looking at. Look for a buy right now. Okay, you just had a mitigation right there. Okay, perfect. We're looking for buys here, and then also buys right here. And then we're looking for an extension to the upside, 40 pip stop right in these zones here. Okay, long position and very, very simple run to the upside here. Okay, so 40 pip stop. Let's break this down from this zone here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But look for a buy on SPX and NAS right now. So we're looking for a buy on NAS, 40 pip stop. And then we're going to target the highs right here. This is what I'm looking at right now. Target these highs. Perfect. Let me do this right now, guys. I'm going to actually execute on this one, guys. 1 second. Chart right now. This is perfect right now. This is a good buy, guys. Right, pull back right to the order block right here, right into the Asian range. Okay, we're solid. This is actually pretty good. TP1 would be the high here on the lower time frame that we're looking at. TP2 would be the time frame over here. Extension, fib extension to the upside here would be around this zone. This is what I'm looking at here for buys. Okay, 40 pip stop. Honestly, super simple trade. Let me look at this right now. Second, good. Oh yeah, close. All good, guys. No worries. Quick, simple trade. Is what it is. Quick stop loss hit. Bucket. Okay. Gold's still running. No worries. We're still in swings here. Looking for the reversal. Okay, I'm looking still at buys for gold around the zone. No worries. Extension here to the upside. Okay, same thing with gold. Looking for extensions and runs to the upside. So gold again, guys, is the buy today. I'm still in buys. I've been stacking buys, and I'm looking for another stack on buys here. We haven't broken the Asian range for gold, so I'm looking for an extension with gold to the upside here. I'm looking for a pullback, honestly, with gold, so that way we can run to the upside here. All right. I'm looking for a little bit of a pullback with gold. We're going to mitigate this zone right here, most likely, and then we're going to get a pullback. If we get a pullback with gold, that's fine. What I'm looking for is this thing is still stay in order flow. Why? Until we have that news event, right? So I'm looking at this to still kind of stay in that little order flow that it has right now. Because bearish order flow in a bullish market eventually leads to us to break structure to the upside. That's what I'm looking for. So whatever gold does here, I'm not really concerned. I'm looking for that long-term swing here to bias to the upside. That's what I'm looking for, regardless of what happens here. I'm very much bullish because of this 4-hour external structure here. So I'm not concerned, not worried. SPX, I'm still bullish on today. Let me look at what happened. We might have just gotten swiped out, to be honest, just based off of liquidity here. I want to look at how this closes here at 10 a.m. I might actually execute again. Because you see this right here? This thing just swept liquidity here on the 1 hour. And looks like it's coming back, to be honest. Right? So I'm just going to kind of, I would take a look here, guys, at 9:45, 10 a.m. with SPX and look for even potential more buys here. We might have just got swiped the liquidity and then might have been just a swipe of liquidity and then a run to the upside at 10 a.m. Look at this. So gold, we're still in continuous buys. USD CAD, I am looking for. Let me see if USD CAD broke structure. No, it didn't. It didn't break any type of structure here to the upside. Okay, I was looking for buys. I was hoping that USD CAD broke this zone here, but we had no break of zone and no break of structure here. So it's like, I don't want to catch a falling knife here. So for right now, I'm not going to buy USD CAD. I was looking for break here. There's no freaking break. If there's no break, USD CAD is better off a sell than it is a buy right now, to be brutally honest here. If this thing does create a lower low, which it looks like it's looking to, which is shocking, it's probably going to come back down to this zone here. So let's go down to USD CAD, look for a potential, even on a lower time frame. What we can do is we can look at structure going lower here. Do have a break to the upside here. Oh, interesting. We do have a break on 1 hour. Dixie's moving downward though, so it's like it's not even relevant. Not even relevant here, you know. That's the problem. I'd sell here. This is where I would sell. Target the low here, target the fib level here, the 1.27. This is what I'm looking at for a sell with USD CAD, something like this. Gold was still in buys. USD CAD, I'm looking at sells. SPX, look for potential buys, but wait for 10 a.m. Be the closing. I'm still looking for buys here with SPX. Not going to give up on SPX. The only reason why is this looks like a sweat of liquidity. We still inspected 1 hour structure and 4 hour structure still tells us this is a buy. So I'm not just going to wait next 10-15 minutes to come back. But USD CAD looks like sells today. Gold, we're still in buys. We're looking for more buys to stack up with gold. And then with Bitcoin, let's go back to Bitcoin real quick. Bitcoin looks like it's getting ready to go into that sell zone here. Bitcoin's still making that complex pullback here. The one thing that does worry me is it broke this thing on the daily. I don't like that. But it's mitigating this zone here. So honestly, Bitcoin already went to my sell zone. My sell zone was at 94,153. Bitcoin went to 94,15. Did it go to 1? Yeah, it hit the exact sell zone like right there. 94,182. Honestly, I'm looking for sells on Bitcoin. BTC looks like a sell. If we start breaking this, if we have a close below this here, guys. If we have a close here, I'm selling. I'm gonna look for something like this. This is what I'm looking for. This break is structured to the downside. Okay. Extension, pullback, mitigation, drop. I'm looking for sells on BTC. I'm gonna put this in the chat. I'm gonna put the gold in the chat. I'm gonna put SPX in the chat. I'm gonna put Bitcoin in the chat. Right now. so you guys are aware of like what zones I'm looking at right now, because I'm gonna be executing this and I don't have time to execute this. Check 10 a.m. again, 9:50, 9:55, 10 a.m., 10:05, 10:15. Most important times, all right? And remember what I said. We're always reactive to markets, okay? We execute based on what happens with markets, not immediately, okay? So I just dropped Bitcoin in the chat. I'm going to drop this right here, USD CAD. This is what I'm looking at with CAD. I'm looking at what sells with CAD. To be honest, I don't want to catch a falling knife here. It might reverse. It looks like it's accumulated, to be brutally honest, in a higher time frame, but I don't want to catch a falling knife with CAD. Gold, we're still in buys with gold here. Gold looks like it's turning around right now. Actually setting itself up beautifully here. Wait till 9:45 and 10 a.m. for the reversal of gold. It always tends to reverse around 10 a.m. and 9 a.m. and then that's when you execute. So we're coming close to it. Next 5 or 10 minutes, you're going to want to execute on gold. Then SPX here. I want to kind of look at what happens here in the next 10 to 15 minutes to see if it breaks below the 15-minute or the 1-hour candle structure. If not, we're probably going to look at a pull down from here. Let me look at that. As long as we hold price here, guys, we're good to go. SPX is more of a buy. If the next hour here by 10 a.m., if it closes below the structural zone, then I don't want to look for buys anymore with SPX. But right now, at least for now, it looks like it's swiping liquidity here. It's swiping liquidity on with this candle here. We're still going to look for potential buys here. So again, based off the 1 hour, how this close happens here. If this close happens before, let's say on the 30-minute, if we close underneath even this candle here. Let's look at the 15-minute. Even the 15-minute candle. In the next 2-3 minutes, if it closes below this, I'll probably look for more sells and buys. But we'll see what happens with structure here. Let's just look at MSRT. I just want to look at some stocks real quick. Yeah, MSRT is fucked. Actually, it broke above this zone here, so it might move a little bit higher. You have some gaps to fill on MSRT. Did it mitigate anything? No. MSRT is going to come back to fill in this gap here. A lot of this is dependent on SPX. Obviously, at the end of the day, everything rises and falls off SPX. Like Nvidia mitigated this zone right here. So if the government keeps printing money and the Fed keeps bailing out these fucking banks, I'm sorry guys for my language, then we're going to see extensions to the upside here regardless of what happens. But there's a lot of pressure on the economy right now. There's a lot of pressure on the economy. Like Coinbase didn't actually break any type of structure here. If it had, then I would tell you guys that Coinbase is 100% going to go to like $200 to $190. But right now, Coin actually respected structure to the upside here. So what I'm looking at here, potential sells on Coin here. I want to see how Coin reacts here or how it reacts to this zone here. If it doesn't respect this zone, then we can come back to these lows and potentially even go lower. But because of that, Coin looks like an okay, decent buy here. internal buys. No, external buys. Okay. Look at the reaction on this candle here with Coinbase and then make your decision. All right, again, guys, it's not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. You can create your own financial advice. Whatever, right? But I appreciate y'all, love y'all, and you have to start executing here, okay, in the next 5 to 10 minutes. Appreciate y'all. Talk to y'all soon. Peace.